Combustion and flame. We use different kinds of fuel for various purposes at home, in industry, and for running automobile. What is combustion? Magnesium burns to form magnesium oxide and produces heat and light. We can perform a similar activity with a piece of charcoal. Hold the piece with a pair of tongs and bring it near the flame of a candle or a Bunsen burner. We find that charcoal burns in air. We know that coal also burns in air, producing carbon dioxide, heat, and light. A chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. Fuel. The substance that undergoes combustion is said to be combustible. It is also called a fuel. The fuel may be solid, liquid, or gas. Sometimes light is also given off during combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. Magnesium and charcoal are combustible substances. In the sun, heat and light are produced by nuclear reactions. We have heard about forest fire. During extreme heat of summer, at some places, dry grass catches fire. From the grass, it spreads to tree, and very soon the whole forest is on fire. It is very difficult to control such fire. Ignition temperature. The lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. A combustible substance cannot catch fire or burn as long as its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. Kerosene oil and wood do not catch fire on their own at room temperature. But if kerosene oil is heated a little, it will catch fire. But if wood is heated a little, it would still not catch fire. Let us see an activity. Make two paper cups by folding a sheet of paper. Pour about 50 ml of water in one of the cups. Heat both the cups separately with a candle. If we continue heating the cup, we can even boil water in the paper cup. The heat supplied to the paper cup is transferred to water by conduction. So, in the presence of water, the ignition temperature of paper is not reached, hence does not burn. Inflammable substances. The substances which have very low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire with a flame are called inflammable substances. Examples of inflammable substances are petrol, alcohol, liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, etc. How do we control fire? When a fire brigade arrives, it pours water on the fire. Water cools the combustible material so that its temperature is brought below its ignition temperature. This prevents the fire from spreading. Water vapor also surrounds the combustible material, helping in cutting off the supply of air. So, the fire is extinguished. Three essential requirements for producing fire: fuel, air to supply oxygen, heat to raise the temperature of the fuel beyond the ignition temperature. Fire can be controlled by removing one or more of these requirements. The job of a fire extinguisher is to cut off the supply of air or to bring down the temperature of the fuel or both. The fuel in most cases cannot be eliminated. If, for instance, a building catches fire, the whole building is the fuel. Types of combustion: rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, explosion. Rapid combustion: bring a burning matchstick or a gas lighter near a gas stove in the kitchen. Turn on the knob of the gas stove. The gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light. Such combustion is known as rapid combustion. Spontaneous combustion: there are substances like phosphorus which burn in air at room temperature. The type of combustion in which a material suddenly bursts into flame without the application of any apparent cause is called spontaneous combustion. Explosion: when a cracker is ignited, a sudden reaction takes place with the evolution of heat, light, and sound. A large amount of gas formed in the reaction is liberated. Such a reaction is called explosion. Explosion can also take place if pressure is applied on the cracker. Flame: the substances which vaporize during burning give flame. For example, kerosene oil and molten wax rise through the wick and are vaporized during burning and form flame. Charcoal, on the other hand, does not vaporize and so does not produce a flame. When candle flame is steady, introduce a clean glass plate or slide into the luminous zone of the flame. Hold it there with a pair of tongs for about 10 seconds. Then remove it. A circular blackish ring is formed on the glass plate or slide. It indicates the deposition of unburnt carbon particles present in the luminous zone of the flame. Hold a thin copper wire just inside the luminous zone of the flame for about 30 seconds. Notice that the portion of copper wire just outside the flame gets red hot. In fact, this part of flame is the hottest part. Structure of flame: outer zone of complete combustion, that is blue in color; middle zone of partial combustion, yellow in color; innermost zone of unburnt wax vapor, black in color; least hot area. Moderately hot area is the middle zone, least hot area is the innermost zone, and outermost zone is the hottest part. What is a fuel? A good fuel is one which is readily available. It is cheap. It burns easily in air at a moderate rate. It produces a large amount of heat. It does not leave behind any undesirable substances. There is probably no fuel that could be considered as an ideal fuel. We should look for a fuel which fulfills most of the requirements for a particular use. Fuels differ in their cost. Some fuels are cheaper than others. Fuel efficiency: the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel is called its calorific value. The calorific value of a fuel is expressed in a unit called kilojoule per kilogram. Burning of fuel leads to harmful products. The increasing fuel consumption has harmful effects on the environment. Carbon fuels like wood, coal, petroleum release unburnt carbon particles. These fine particles are dangerous pollutants causing respiratory diseases such as asthma. Incomplete combustion of these fuels gives carbon monoxide gas. It is a very poisonous gas. It is dangerous to burn coal in a closed room. The carbon monoxide gas produced can kill persons sleeping in that room. Combustion of most fuels releases carbon dioxide in the environment. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air is believed to cause global warming. Burning of coal and diesel releases sulfur dioxide gas. It is an extremely suffocating and corrosive gas. Moreover, petrol engines give off gases oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, and nitrogen dissolved in rainwater and form acids. Such rain is called acid rain. It is very harmful for crop, buildings, and soil. The use of diesel and petrol as fuels in automobiles is being replaced by CNG, compressed natural gas, because CNG produces harmful product in very small amount. CNG is a cleaner fuel.